Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, today is Veterans Day, and I'm joining you not from the beach of Normandy, but from the virtual beach of Zoom. But I know you and I both wanted to pay tribute to all the veterans who've served. It's such an important holiday that I wish got even more recognition. But what are your thoughts on Veterans Day and those you want to thank?
My dad was a Vietnam vet, and he never talked about it much. And actually, what I've found is that the guys who don't really want to talk about what they did over in Vietnam, usually, or in any sort of war, usually are the ones who did the significant things, and the ones who want to talk about it and kind of want the spotlight about it, usually they didn't do very much. And Dad never talked about much, except I remember growing up, he would often let me and my sister know, hey, here's what happened with the troops today. Like if one of the troops had been killed in action or what have you. And he would just do that regularly. And I never really understood really what that was all about because I was too young to really grasp it. But as I started getting older, that was his way of letting us know, hey, here are some people that not only are sacrificing, but these people are true heroes, and they're putting themselves in all kinds of situations that not many of us have the guts to put ourselves into. So looking back, I wish I had realized younger what he was doing and realized these are people I should be asking questions about. So yeah, any veteran that I ever see, I try to thank them, because goodness, you talk about toughness and selflessness and all the things that we need more of in this culture. Yeah, those guys embody it, and those women.
Well, I've traveled a lot all over the world, and I'm constantly reminded anytime I travel, I've lived overseas a couple of times as well, of how different the world is. It is small, and we are becoming much more connected, but people don't really truly have any idea of the rights that we have in this country. And they're all due to the veterans who served and who give everything they have, oftentimes even their lives, with this. And I think about what the stresses that people go through today, and it's sadly, it seems to be a lot about what's happening on TikTok or Netflix, doing something bad to your subscription. And yet my father and my uncle, my grandfather on the other side, my great uncle, they've all fought in wars. My great grandfather did, and while they're doing what they need to do to help serve during times of war, and when you look at what's going on in the rest of the world today, man, take a moment to thank a veteran. And it's not that hard, and it doesn't mean that you have to support everything you are probably misinformed about that you think they don't stand for. But these are people who are there to protect us at the core. And also, one of the things I enjoy doing, I had a chance to do this with one of my relatives, is especially with the older vets, take advantage of talking to them about those stories. They do it. They don't, they're not out on Instagram telling everybody what they did in the war all day long. But the stories that they tell are fascinating. My great uncle almost lost his feet due to frostbite at the Battle of the Bulge. I mean, you can't, that's not a made up story. It's an amazing story, and he won a big medal that he was recognized for. My grandfather lost his finger at the Battle of Normandy. Lucky he didn't lose, his head or anything else. It's just these stories that these people go through. It's so impactful to our lives in ways that we don't even know. And honestly, just think the people that you work with that are veterans, make certain that you help support them, because it's not only them, it's their families. There's roughly 19 million people in the U.S. who have served. That's a pretty substantial number, and they deserve a thank you, and obviously a free meal at Applebee's or any other participating restaurants across the country. So thank you for your service.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.